Hello guys! As the world is opening up, I think we're all excited to travel to some new destinations this year. After almost 2 years of staying at home, we think you deserve some good travels. So here's our top 10 places to visit in 2022. If you haven't been able to travel much this year, I'm hoping that by 2022, you'll be able to do so safely. Trip to some fresh places in our country. Let's begin this video with a gorgeous world. Now I'm in the country of Nepal. Nepal is known as the roof of the world. There are 8 mountains that are over 8,000 meters high, including the world's tallest peak, Mount Everest. If you do, you can climb Mount Everest, the world's highest peak. If you're planning a trip to Nepal, you'll most likely be flying there. Kathmandu is the capital city of Nepal. A busy location surrounded by the Himalayan mountains are well known for their temples and monasteries, are 2 things that come to me when I think of temples and monasteries. Hiking to the summit of Everest is something I'd like to do someday. You can begin by flying into base camp, take the shady Lukla airport, and then the round trip takes around 2 weeks. The base camp for the journey is located at a higher height of 17,600 feet, so it's freaking up there now. Another magical place in Nepal is called Makula Barun National Park. Now this place is surreal. It's located in eastern Nepal and it's the world's only protected area with an elevation more than 8,000 meters. It's a place where you'll find tropical rainforest to some of the world's highest peaks. It's also home to animal species such as the snow leopard and red pandas. Nepal is such an incredible country, and I hope you all can visit while we're still in Asia. We'll also be going to Japan in Asia, the country of the rising sun. One of the places I'd want to visit is Japan, from the list of places I'd like to visit this year. Sapporo is a snow-covered island off the coast of Japan. This island country has so many Japanese Alps. When you arrive in Japan, there is a lot to see and do. You must go to Tokyo, the world's largest city, in a planet with a population of more than 37 billion people. You may now venture $1 million from Tokyo, an hour and a half outside the city. Mount Fuji is one of the most active volcanoes in the world, and the city of Tokyo is the best place to be. The tallest peak in Japan is a volcano with a 12 feet high. It's a perfect cone shape at 388 feet, serves as the country's sacred symbol. It's now possible to see Mount Fuji from a superb vantage point. You may get a boat from Lake Kawaguchi. From there, you have a fantastic view of the volcano, and it's just a lovely place in general. The Cerrito Pagoda is a close one of the most insane views in the city. We're now dealing with the aftermath of this horrific volcano. Now I'm going to Saudi Arabia, which is located in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia was a major player in the Middle East. Until it was opened, it was a fairly mysterious country. In 2019, the country's borders are open to tourists. Saudi Arabia's largest and capital city is Riyadh, which is a major financial center and full of fascinating skyscrapers. Now, one of the most interesting places in Saudi is Qud. It's located in the northwestern part of the country and it's home to some fascinating rock formations and ancient tombs. The area was founded back in the 6th century and just full of so much history. Now, one of my favorite tombs is called Qasr al-Farid, or the Lonely Castle. It was carved out of a random rock nearly 2,000 years ago, and it's believed to be unfinished, adding to its mystery. After Saudi Arabia, we're going to visit South Africa. Now, I've been obsessed with South Africa lately. I think South Africa is one of the best places to visit on the continent. Now, South Africa has the incredible coastline of Cape Town to areas where you can see some of Africa's wildlife. One in particular that fascinates me is the Drakensberg. It's a mountain range in the Netherlands. Lesotho's mountains in South Africa. It's on the border, and it's home to some insane people. Scenery is one of the strangest places on the planet. The Gala reaches a height of 3,000 feet. It is the second tallest waterfall in the world, standing at a height of 200 feet. Around the world, the region in which it is situated. The amphitheater is what it's called, and it's just what it sounds like. Amazing bowl of colossal cliffs. I mean, descents to the gorge below. What a fantastic location to visit. The island of Mauritius is a must-see in Africa. The island of Réunion is presently located in the Indian Ocean. Reynaud is a French territory with a small population. It's a piece of the most amazing terrain. It's a volcanic island and it totally reminds me of Hawaii. Now, one of the most striking features of the island is the volcano called Piton de la Fournaise. It's currently one of the most active volcanoes in the world, with its most recent eruption in December of 2020. Another, one of my favorite spots on the island, the Cirque de Montfort. It's this lush amphitheater that was formed from a collapsed volcano. The ridges are just insane. The Reynaud is full of waterfalls. And one of my fears is the Cascade Blanche, which descends over 500 meters. Now, after we're gonna head over to the country of New Zealand, this last year is hoping it would open its words for travel. But I'm very hopeful for 2022. I think it will be open in April of this year. Now, New Zealand is a land full of mountains, like Switzerland, fjords, like Norway, and landscapes straight out of Lower the Rings now. New Zealand is made up of over 700 islands, but the two major ones are the North and the South Islands. I'd like to go on a trip and see some strange sceneries. It's said that the South Island is the place to be. It is a location of the Southern Alps. Mount Cook is the tallest peak in the area. It is a mountain in New Zealand that lies at an elevation of 3,000 meters. Another astounding height of nearly 12,218 feet. The Milford Sound has been described as the world's eighth marvel. The Milford Sound is a fjord formed by glaciers. It was carved out by glaciers during the Ice Era, one of the wettest spots on the planet, and the entire area is brimming with. After that, there are rainforests and lovely waterfalls. We'll be visiting the Mafia in Italy. I have to say that this is one of the best, the most gorgeous spots in the world, not just in Italy. However, the Mafia coast runs the length of Europe. It is about a 3-hour drive from Rome in southern Italy. I was here this weekend after a long drive from Rome. It was a weird experience this summer. It is now one of the most well-known towns on the planet. Positano is on the Amalfi coast. And if you visit this location in person, you will be impressed. The mountains in the background are engulfed in fog, villas with vibrant colors set against the backdrop of the sea, a Mediterranean Sea teeming with ships, and if you can handle the thin, yachts are for you. I strongly advise you to take these roads, driving the length of the coastline and seeing all of the lovely towns. The city of San Francisco is a noteworthy location on the coast. It's one of the best preserved at Trani, one of the Amalfi Coast's medieval towns, one of my personal favorite spots on the planet, Fiordo de Ferrori. It's a Mafia coast, one of the most beautiful beaches. It's the first place I've ever been to, and it's in this city. Lil Fjord complemented with an incredible arch bridge, and it's a paradise for cliff jumping. There's so many places you can jump from. The best time to visit the Mafia coast will be around May or early fall. You'll be able to miss the summer crowds while still enjoying the warm Mediterranean weather. While you're on the Amalfi coast, you might as well venture off to the island of Capri, just as short but right away as one of Italy's most beautiful islands. After Italy, we're gonna head up to the Swiss Alps. I have to state the Swiss Alps now. One of my all-time favorite groups is the Saps. They're just in different parts of the world. The huge has a certain allure, magnificent scenery and mountains. I believe there is history there. Switzerland is the best-run country in the world, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when you come to visit. I mean, everything is absolutely wonderful right now. One of my favorite spots in Switzerland, it's this enchanting Alps, is Zermatt village, with a view of the mountains. The Matterhorn mountain in Zermatt is a fearsome beast. It's just a fantastic location to walk about and enjoy the scenery. It's also great for a variety of purposes. There are some incredible hikes that you can go on in the area. to obtain some Gornergrat Railway. Views of the Matterhorn and the surrounding area are breathtaking. Another one of the mountains that surrounds us is currently in the Swiss south. One of my favorite sites is Grindelwald. It's a picturesque village that is eclipsed by the Colossal. When you visit Switzerland, you must see Mount Eiger. It's difficult to believe these are the Alps. After Switzerland, there are locations that exist. We'll travel to the country of Norway. It's a new destination for me. I had hoped to travel in 2021, but it was not to be. For the majority of the year, it was closed. But thankfully, it is widening its horizons. Norway is today unquestionably one of the most prosperous countries in the world. It is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Fjords and jackets abound in this region. One of my favorite regions is the mountains. The northernmost part of the Norway is home, despite the fact that the Lofoten Islands are small. They are magnificent. These Arctic islands can be found in the Arctic Ocean. They stay quite warm in a circle. It's almost as though you're in a tropical paradise. Gorgeous beaches with crystal clean water. You can play soccer while you're there. Driving or on the field of Henningsbar. Now it's down to Rhein's fishing village. Another favorite spot of mine is Senja. It's in the North Lofoten. It's also home to one of the most prestigious universities in the country. I've never seen anything like these sea mountains before. After September, if you come in the fall, you might be fortunate enough to witness the aurora. Following the aurora borealis, we're going to the Azores archipelago. It's now part of Portugal's archipelago. It is situated in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. The Azores are a group of 9 islands that make up the Azores archipelago. They remind me of a movie like no other. New Zealand and Hawaii intermingled. I love the sweeping fields and lush greenery. In other words, a real-life Teletubby land is now the largest island in the archipelago. Azores is one of San Miguel's most well-known works. The most beautiful spots on the island are the Da Lagao. Now Sidaris is a twin lake located in a volcano's crater, which is presently only above sea level. The Santiago Lake is also a popular tourist destination. Spectacular, there's a new oddity on the block. The islet of Villafranca is the Azores. It's this teeny-tiny island in the shape of a triangle, with a nearly perfect circle in the middle. You can either take a turbo out there in the center, or if you're feeling courageous, you can kayak to this crater island and take a short swim. Azores, on the other hand, are a lot of fun. A sliver of heaven in the middle of the sea. Well, that's it for the Atlantic Ocean. Would like to hear more from you. What do you think of our top 10 places to visit in 2022? Let us know in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe this channel, Travel Range, for more travel videos.